Hi, Stacy here with Bluebird Paper and Thread. Thank you for joining me today. Today is Saturday, March 7th, 2026. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My channel is on my hobbies. Primarily that's cross-stitching with a little bit of sewing and a tiny bit of quilting thrown in. I also enjoy card making. I like to make gift cards, greeting cards, gift card holders, treat boxes, gift tags, that kind of thing. I also last weekend opened up my brand new online needlework shop, bluebirdneedlework.com. If you haven't checked it out already, I hope that you'll take a minute and hop on over and check it out. If you are returning, welcome back. I'm so glad that you decided to stop back by, see what I've been up to. We have more to talk about because of the shop. So I don't know that the videos will go longer. It'll just have more stuff in it. So anyways, this week I had a fully finished object. I also last week I did a video, but it was a live. So this is two, and I did no cross stitching. It was strictly announcing my new store. So I do have a couple of project bags that I sewed. I have a finish. I have a fully finished object. I have a couple of new starts, and I have a lot of stitching that I did this week, or in the last 2 weeks. My store launched beautifully. I had the perfect amount of orders. So if you ordered from me, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. The perfect amount of orders to see what needed to be tweaked a little bit on the website, but not so many that I was completely overwhelmed. Getting my systems in place, and how in my head I see it running one way, filling orders in a particular manner, but when it comes right down to it and the practicality of it, is that going to work? Pretty much it did. I had to kind of work on a couple little things, but it did what I thought it would do and what I hoped it would do. So if you ordered, thank you so much. If you haven't ordered and you haven't checked it out, I just hope that you add me to your list of needlework shops, and that you'll come and check out my shop every once in a while, and hopefully find your way to place an order as well. I am not at market this year. I was encouraged by the yarn tree to go. I decided not to. And I think it was the right decision, because when I sat there and I kind of looked at all of the things that I wanted, and then I added up, how many do I get? I don't know. I don't have very many customers, or at that time I had no customers. So, how many do I order, and what do I order, and how and then I kind of put a price to that, and I decided I needed to wait. So I'm funding it all myself, which is totally fine. It was a decision that my husband and I made together. But to go to market this year and spend the kind of money that I would probably be spending, I decided to wait a year, kind of get a feel for what my customers like, build my customer base, and go from there. So that's what I decided to do. I am doing a grand opening sale through the 15th, which I believe is next Sunday. So through Sunday, March 15th, you can get 20% off of anything in the store. If you order a chart that's being released at market, that will hold your entire order until those pieces or those charts come in. I will not have access to market exclusives, and there might be a couple of designers that I won't be able to order right away either. Maybe for about a month or so. We'll see. I'm still trying to figure that all out. Pieces are starting to fall into place, though. It is starting to make a little sense. But I did go on, and I do have a few things coming. Um, I reached out to Hands On Design, and I set up an account, um, and they're going to just automatically ship me new releases as they come. So when they get back next week, then they'll package my order and ship it. So all of the Hands On Design new releases I will have in stock, probably, I'm hoping by the end of next week, but it might be the beginning of the following week. Also, I think I ordered some Erin Elizabeth charts, a long dog sampler, and another one. Who else did I order? I ordered a couple more. A new designer to me, and I can't remember, Lovey Dovey Designs or something. Really cute circular winter scene. Let me see if I can find who the other... Shannon Christine, and I ordered a silk floss pack to go with that one as well. So I've got a few of those coming. And I also ordered some new scissors, I think, from a different place. They're not new to the market. I just ordered them. So those are coming as well. So yeah, so next week I'm hoping to be able to go online and place an order. If you don't see anything on my website that's been released and new, please send me an email. I'm happy to find it and purchase it. I cannot buy Brenda Gervais at this point in time. I cannot buy Stitching with the Housewives at this point in time unless I can get it through a distribution company. I cannot, there's just a couple that I can't get right now. But I will continue to work on those. I figured everybody's so busy with getting ready for market that I figured I'd wait till, the end of the month or the beginning of April to reach out and start reaching out to establish some of those accounts with individual designers. The Proper Stitcher, I can get things from her starting next week as well. So yeah, so that's it. So if there's anything you ever want, please just drop me a line, or you can email me at stacy@bluebirdneedlework.com, or you can, and I'm going to drop it in the description box below. And I'm happy to research, and if there's something I cannot get, I will let you know, but I'm thinking I'll probably be able to get most everything eventually. So yeah, so that's been a fun little adventure this week. I have shipped some things out, and that was fun to package them up and take them to the post office. I got my husband to take some to the post office, so that was good too. This week, my finish. We're just going to move right into stitching. I finally finished Winter Quaker. Winter Quaker by Hello from Liz Matthews. So I stitched this on, I believe it was a 28 count artichoke linen by Witchelt. And then this frame I bought from Art to Frame. This is the second one like this I bought. The other one I didn't, for some reason I spaced and I did not type in the correct dimensions. So it was too short and squatty. But I think that frame can be used for something else, so I'm not upset with it. But yeah, so it's done. Winter Quaker. I think it's gorgeous. I have it propped up in my living room, and I just kept looking at it last night, and I just love it. All I need to do is put paper on the back. I pinned it. I did not lace it just because this linen is a looser linen. I know you can see some of the darker flosses through because it is such a loose weave, but it's okay. My original thought was to put this out because it's winter themed, put it out at winter time, you know, the end of the holidays or through the holidays, and leave it up through winter or January. I don't know. My husband's like, you should hang that up. I want it hung up. I'm like, oh, okay, but there's going to be a lot. So I don't know if I'll hang it right now or if I will just tuck it away and bring it out for winter. But I love it. I'm so happy it's done. I really, really am. I am selling this chart in my shop. But I don't have the linen yet. That was not a color that I wanted to start out with, just because it does have a kind of a green cast to it. You know, it kind of like if you were to steam or boil an artichoke, and like the color from the vegetable would like leach out into the water. That's kind of what it reminds me of. It's just a really light artichoke green, but it reads, you know, kind of beige, but it does have a green cast to it. But I think it worked with this piece, and I'm really happy with it. So if you're interested in the piece, in the chart, I have it in my shop. I have other fabrics that it would look gorgeous on as well. Some neutrals that lean more towards the beiges and tans, and also some that lean towards the grays. And I think this would be pretty on anything. Another finish that I had was my Friday Focus Christmas Swan by with I Needle and Thread. I bought this as a kit through Farm Girl Dry Goods, and really what it was is it was just the fabric, the called for fabric. I finished it with the exception of the beads. So all I need to do is iron it, put the beads on, and then I'm going to make it into a pillow. And the only reason I didn't put the beads on is that I had a tube. I can't find it anywhere. I don't know where it went. That's what you get when you reorganize your craft room. I feel like I dropped it into a project bag. I just don't remember which one. So we might go to Hobby Lobby tonight so I can get some white beads and get this one ready to be fully finished. But I love it. Really happy to have it done. New start. Last week, 2 weeks ago, I finished my March monthly weigh-in from Stitching with the Housewives. So I went ahead and I started June. And I don't think I shared it with you yet because it was in my bag. And that's where I got. So almost the name of the month done. And I started working on the strawberry flowers. I'm stitching this with the called for floss because I purchased it as a kit. So it was the chart and the called for flosses. It was a monthly series through Fat Quarter Shot. And so I went ahead and did it. And then I picked up the called for fabric, which is a 28 count Tea Dyed Monaco even weave. So That's what I did. And here are the called fors. Really pretty. I love that red. So I was excited to get a start on that one. And then I also started, it's in this project bag here that I picked up from a retreat I went to last year. It is the 805 Stitcher. Really cute Peter Rabbit themed chart. I started it to spring. And I am stitching this on a 40 count Vintage Country Mocha linen. And that's as far as I got. So the flowers, and then it's the beginning of a nest. This chart requires a couple of the colors to be coffee dyed or tea dyed. They are sockeye and robin's egg to tone it down. So the other day my husband was getting coffee and I said, wait, can I have a couple tablespoons of your coffee to dye my floss? And so he's like, sure. So he's like, get a bowl. So I got a bowl out. I dropped my floss in the bowl and he took a regular spoon and he just bloop. And then did it like 3 times. I'm like, really? You can't just pull out like a tablespoon? He's like, no, I'll give you just what you need. Anyway, so it really did pull back the brightness of the colors, but they still kind of are reflective of the look that she wants. So now that I have those done, I can go back. That's, I think, the reason why I was dragging my feet to coffee dye these, not knowing how much. And I finally just decided, you know what, Stacy, just do it. You're fine. And so I did. So called for flosses for this chart, as well as the Happy Easter chart. That one also has some fabric in it. So I think it'll be really cute. Probably make it into a pillow. Okay, what else did I work on? I pulled out Liberty by With Thy Needle and Thread. And I did not have the roof color is Sticks and Twigs, I think. And I have it, I just don't know which chart it's, you know, which project it is in with. Is it Sticks and Twigs? Yeah, Sticks and Twigs. So I went through my DMC and I just pulled out, I think, $8.39. So wherever it calls for Sticks and Twigs, I think I'm going to use $8.39. And if these are the other colors for the bird, I think it'll be okay. I am stitching mine on a 40 count Soda Bread by Wabi Sabi. And I do have a dangling thread. My apologies, but here we go. So I did the roof and I started in on the house. So I've got about a third of the house done, a little more. I'm enjoying this. I'm hoping this piece will fit into the oopsie frame that my Winter Quaker is in. No, it's Winter Garden. It's not Winter Quaker. It's Winter Garden. We'll see how long it is and if I can make it work. Because if I can, it's a done deal. Aside from the sticks and twigs being switched to 839, all the other flosses are called for. These little guys, I wanted something springy. I thought, don't I have anything St. Patrick's Day? And I'm so glad I pulled this one out because these do work up pretty quickly. So I'm going to have to put a little bit more time in on these and then maybe make them up before we get done with March. But I pulled out from Not Forgotten Farm, Maggie O'Green. Nettie from Primrose Cottage started finishing her Not Forgotten Farm people and critters into little pillows, and I love it. I did that with the Cookie Claus or Mrs. Claus and Cookie Claus. I don't know. I did it with Santa and Mrs. Claus, really. So I thought, oh, it would be fun to do it with these two. I'm stitching this on 36 count Bronze Age by Live and Dye LA. And there is where I'm at. So I pretty much finished her dress. I just have her collar to put in. I added her boots. I added her hands, and I started working on her face. So she's very, very close to being done. I haven't decided, but there's 5 rows right down here. That's supposed to be a striped band. You can kind of see on that chart, it's a different color. You don't really see it. The color blends too well with the dress color. I haven't decided if I'm going to pull it out or not. Part of me is like, no, it's already in, leave it. Not a big deal. And that's honestly probably what I'm going to do. But I keep wondering, gosh, if I had found a different color, would it have popped a little bit more and been a little bit more noticeable? So I don't know. For now, it's fine. I'm not going to change it. But, you know, I could do a complete 180 later. And then in here also, I have not started it, but Lucky O'Green will be next, which is the Mr. They're so cute. I don't think I have these in stock in my store, but I can order them if you're interested. Drop me a comment below or send me an email, and I can let you know if they're in this. I don't think they are. I think I need to order some. But when I place the order for market, I can add in a few of these too because they're cute. Really cute. I pulled out We Are Blessed by Teresa Kogut. She did a collaboration with Chantel's 141 design. Chantel did the finishing piece, which is this darling, darling drum. It comes to you unfinished, so you have to finish it. But it came with everything. It came with the finishing round floss, the called for colors, as well as the fabric, which I believe is a 40, the called for fabric. It's 40 count or 36 count. Let me look. 36 count mica by Cedar River Linens. I have some Cedar River linens coming. I think I bought some mica. And of course, I'll have these charts coming. I do have a direct account with Teresa Kogut as well. So that order's already been placed. So I pretty much finished the bird. I just have his eyes left to do, and then I started working on the rest of the design. But I'm going to love this. I think it's going to be so cute when it's done. So I was excited to pull that out. There's another chart that came out, Teresa Kogut, and it's just an eagle across the front, and it can be finished on the drum as well. I think it was a market exclusive or being revealed at market. I don't know. Okay. And next, I felt like I needed to pull out this big, awesome project. It's called Star Wars. It's from an Etsy designer. I will have the information below. I do not recall off the top of my head where I found it. We were sitting and I was stitching. He's like, gosh, it's too bad they don't have like Star Wars charts. And I was like, oh, but they do. And I started typing in and I found this one and I found another one. And I really liked this one. And he liked this one and the other one. He couldn't make a decision. So I chose this one. It's giant. It's not full coverage, but it's stitching like a full coverage. And these are the called for flosses. So what's very surprising is it's not all grays, whites, and blacks. There's a 823, a 934, a 939, a 3041, a 3743, a 3756, a 3890, a 3866. So you've got a lot of different colors in here. And because of die lots, I bought probably way too many, but I have a little bag in here that's housing all of the extras just for this project. I'm stitching this on a 40 count white Vertil even weave. And I don't know, I'm 1.5% done. It's over 110,000 stitches in this project. So here is where I am at. And I was so excited because I really feel like it's starting to take shape. So I went in and I had a bunch of empty spaces in here because this is not solid black. It's really deceiving. And then I brought over into this is page 3. This is page 2. So I brought some in here. And then I decided to fill in all of the black down in through here. And so that's what I started doing. I started my page, I folded it in half. Well, actually, I'm stitching this on the markup, I think. And so the bottom of that page is where I stopped the black. So I stitched DMC, so I stitched all the way down and then I stitched all the way back, and then I did several rows across there. But there we go. The goal is to finish it before I die. So it's going to be really cool when it's done. Off to the side here are X-Wings. And then this is the beginning or part of the Death Star. So images are starting to pop out, or will be with this page. So I'm excited to kind of get through this page. My thought is get through page 3 and then do page 2 and then do page 1. I didn't know where middle was when I took the piece and would fold it in half. I could find middle, of course, on my fabric, but to find it in the chart when I didn't have a paper chart, and I don't know that there is a center, like that the center is marked on that. It's 36 pages. So I just decided find the center. You can find the center of the top. So I found the center of the top, and I was able to manage my border down, and I pray that I did it right. I will be so bummed if it's not stitched properly, but it'll be what it'll be. It'll be okay. We'll figure it out. But I'm excited to get it going. Next, you can tell I'm into my spring and summer stitching now. Spring Quaker by Primrose Cottage. This is so pretty. I am stitching it on a 28 count mushroom Lugana, and I bought the finishing kit, and the finishing kit came with the Lady Dot Creates rickrack, enough floss to finish the project, a wool square, and some fabric to back it with. I may or may not use this fabric. We'll see when I'm done if I have anything that I think might work better. But here's where we're at. So I think we're past the halfway mark pretty much. I love the purple. I really, really love the purple. It's not a color that you see people stitching with a lot, especially in a monochromatic piece like this. But it just is so pretty. So I added the butterfly and all of these motifs right in through here. And I think I did this one too. I'm not 100% sure. No, I think that was done. I think I just did this right in through here, which was a lot. But it's going to make the prettiest pillow. So and then I was having so much fun with the Quakers that I pulled out the St. Patrick's Day Quaker, also by Primrose Cottage. And I have the finishing kit for that as well. It's a really pretty dark mossy green with a couple of lighter shades of green and a tan and a white polka dot. Real pretty. This one I am stitching on 25 count potato Lugana. Again, really big, but I'm not too terribly upset because it's super cute. I put out my St. Patty's Day stuff today, and I really don't have a lot. So it'll be nice to have a bigger piece. I am not sure that this will make it into a pillow, though. I may go ahead and put it on a wooden board so it can be propped up somewhere. I added this horseshoe and that clover. I added the hat and these up here. I finished the outline of this, Quaker, and I started working on the inside of the Quaker. And that's what I got done. So I think this is as wide as it's going to be. And I have another motif up here, so what does it finish off at? 6 3/8 by 6 1/2 is the finished design area. So that's pretty substantial, I think. That would be a big pillow. But I mean, look, it's so cute as a pillow too. I don't know. To figure it out. Also, the kit came with the called for color and cotton. So. I pulled out Bluebirds of Happiness from JBW Designs. I am stitching this little sampler. There are several projects in here. I am stitching the sampler. And I'm using the called for floss. I'm stitching this on .36 count. I think it's Legionnaire Latte by R&R. So I finished, I added the words here and I started on this bush there. I still think I'm missing a color. I should figure out what that is because we're going to Hobby Lobby. I could pick it up. And I'm stitching this with all the called for flosses, so real pretty. Real pretty blues, real pretty pinks. And last but not least, my Sunday sampler. I did get a few stitches in this one. Not last weekend because I was fixing something in my shop, but the weekend before. So I am looking forward to, in the afternoon tomorrow, putting in a little bit more time than just stitching on it in the evening. But The Simple Life by Teresa Kogut. This was a stitch along with her Tier 4 Patreon group in 2023. And so I thought, oh, yes, I'll stitch it. 40 count overcast linen is the called for. I don't know why I feel like I've shown this before. Maybe I have. You're going to see it again. So here we are. And what I worked on was the water, the duck, the frog, the deer, and these down here. Or maybe I just worked on these down here. It wasn't a lot. I think it was these down here. That's the only thing. That's what I did. Because I did talk about these. It's such a sweet sampler. I wish I had kept up with it, but I didn't. I got stuck on the house because, you know, it's a house. I love the houses. I don't always love stitching the houses. I get bored. So I will keep working on this every Sunday until it's done. And then I'll find another Sunday sampler to work on. Okay, so 2 weeks I got quite a bit done, I think. Okay. Haul. I got my 2026 charms in, and I think I did five colors, so there's 10 of each color. There's a silver, kind of an antique silver, a rose gold, a bronze, a brassy gold, and a regular gold. And then they put, you know, a giant sticker right on the package so you really can't see. I'll link these in my Amazon shop if you just want a quick, easy link. My Amazon shop is listed below. I get a tiny, tiny percentage of a sale. I just do it so it's easy for you. If I talk about something, it's an easy place to go and link it, and you guys can decide what you want to do from there. Okay, my Sweetwater labels came in. I think they're really cute. I am enjoying putting these on project bags. I know I will enjoy putting them on quilts. And then right as I was establishing my wholesale accounts, I noticed that all of a sudden these Mirabilia charts came back into production, specifically for the semi-quincentennial this year. So I think that's how you say it. Don't correct me if I'm wrong. So I went ahead and I went on to the distributor, and I saw them. I did not have an account. So I really quick filled out an application, sent it over. They immediately got back to me the next day. I did what I needed to do to get the account. I went on to go and order these. They were gone. So I called and I said, any chance that you have these charts? They're like, no, they're sold out. And I was like, okay. So then, of course, because I've been wanting these since the moment I started stitching again, and I saw them, I wanted them. So I I just did a Google search and I found them on Etsy and I ordered them. So if you still want these and you don't have them already, just do a Google search. I'm sure there's somebody out there that probably still has one or two hanging around. Anyways, it's Liberty, Lady of the Flag, Mirabilia Designs, as well as Queen of Freedom. This one I had to have. There's just, she's so beautiful. The floss packs were delayed. They underestimated the response. The company that put the floss packs together, I think they're Mill Hill beads. So they're putting more together. So those are coming. Yeah, Mill Hill. It's gonna need some Krynic too. But I'm so happy that I have these charts. And then I, in a project bag made by me, with my cute little label, and the inside, I reached out and I ordered from Acorns and Thread. They had a special kit put up, and so hold on. The kids rolled in last night. I should say this morning at like 5:30. He just texted me. We just woke up. Welcome to the living. To be young again, to be able to stay up that late, doesn't make me happy. But, you know, what are you going to do? The Little Pink House Pin Keep Drum by Stacy Nash Designs. So it came with the chart. It came with a fat quarter linen cocoa by Weeks Dye Works. It came with the called for floss. So real pretty. Patriotic-y themed, but not super red, white, and blue. And then real cute pins. So I put that in this bag, and I should start it because I loved it when I saw it. I mean, the bird holding the red, white, and blue ribbon. Really cute. And then the second project bag that I made, I don't think I have anything in it. I do not. Is this one. Again, with one of my labels on the back. This one, I got the zipper really close to the edge. Like it gets caught on the fabric a little bit. Oh. The cat loves it too. I don't know what I can do about that. Anyways, that's the inside. But I love this fabric. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay, so that is it. That has been a big 2 weeks. I'm quite surprised with the launch of my store that I got as much done as I did. but thrilled at the same time because it's fun. And that's it. If you haven't done so, oh, that's not it. I lied. I'm giving away 4 $25 gift cards for people that watched my live or the replay of the live last week and commented. So I'm giving away 4 $25 gift cards to shop bluebirdneedlework.com. And I'll put the names here on the screen as well. So the winners are, again, I'm not shipping internationally, so I'm hoping that you are all in the United States, and I apologize for that. That is just a decision that I made as I get this up and running, hopefully, and the tariffs also, hopefully as things die, kind of get up and running, hopefully the tariff situation will die down. I also need to file paperwork in Europe. So I would have to work on that piece as well. And it was a lot to take in when I was setting up my store. So if you are anywhere but the US, I apologize. I will work on that. It'll be a little bit. So right now, just shipping to those in the United States. The winners are Marianne Orr, 9443. Lady Rad, 80. Linda May, 3539. And Anita Trippy, 7072. Congratulations. You all get a 25 a code that will give you $25 off any purchase in my store. Not purchases that have already been made, but future purchases. If you will drop me an email at stacy@bluebirdneedlework.com, then I will go ahead and get those codes over to you so that you can check it out and shop when you're ready to. Okay, that's it. If you haven't done so already and you like what you saw, please take a moment and hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell. Be sure to share the video, like the video, comment on the video. I do read the comments. I love to read the comments. I do respond as often as I can. I do try to get back to everybody at least once during the week, or at least I try to respond to all the comments that are in there at least once a week. Sometimes I can get in there a little bit more. But it will help the channel grow. This week coming up, I'm hosting Friends Night on Thursday, but other than that, I'm not sure that I've got a whole lot going on in the evenings. I know I say that, and then I come back and I'm like, I was busy every single night. I don't know that that's the case. I just don't know. I don't think I need to attend our leader meeting on Tuesday. So I think I'm good to go. So, anyway, so that's what I'll be up to. This weekend, it's very, very windy today. It's supposed to be dying down. And then tomorrow it'll be really, really hot. It's warm today too. It'll be about 86 tomorrow. And then it'll be in the 70s and 80s for the next week and a half or so. A little unusual for March, but I personally love it. So I'm happy. All right. Thank you again if you supported my shop. I really do appreciate it. Thank you again if you support the video. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, happy stitching. Bye.